Welcome to another episode of Carpet Cleaning Guys Vlogs. Today, it is a beautiful day. Thought I would take you along for the ride to my second job of the day. I do have my beautiful wife helping me today. She's in the passenger seat. She's going to help me on this second job and do some of the vacuuming. And I will note that when I got there, I went in to kind of do my walkthrough. And the customer was telling me how happy she was and how the carpet seemed to stay clean longer this time. And so when I went in, I came out and I pulled up my notes on my phone to see on my calendar what I used. Turns out I used Green Dragon a year ago. She has two big husky dogs, and it was definitely in need of a cleaning at that time. So obviously no wick back. The only issue I think she had here was she had a planter. You'll see that where she watered it and the soil soaked through. And we'll take care of that with the Green Dragon. So that's my choice. I'm in the parking lot here, her parking driveway, I should say. And I've been taking the tarp. I got this tarp at the dollar store and lay it on the porch. And then I'm taking just a washcloth and I'm wiping the wheels clean. This is in this area, it's right on the water. It's about a $1.5 million home. So I want to make sure everything is clean when I enter. So I did put the tarp down. Then inside I'm using a runner, which is, you'll see it, a gray runner I got from endcapstore.com. I'll be using these pads for the Auric, doing the stairs, and I think I'll do the upstairs smaller bedroom with the Auric. Everything else in here with the Vibe. You could see I'm using Green Dragon. That's how you order it. Link in the description below. Click on chemicals, go down to Dragon products, bada bing, bada boom, and order you some Green Dragon. You could see, amazing. Had you seen this last year, I wish I would have found the footage for last year's video. Oh my gosh, definitely had a lot more spots and soil, so it is looking good. Even the high traffic hallway. This is one of the son's rooms. My wife is vacuuming all these areas for me, and then I will follow. She's already vacuumed the office. The client's going to need to get in the office first. And then her son is going to want use of this room next. So we're doing it in order. And then we'll do the upstairs for the other son. The staircase, the master bedroom, the dining room, living room, which is here. And then we'll be out the door. You can see here the Orbot Vibe's ready to go. Got my Green Dragon mixed up. And away I go. And I am using the microfiber thin pads. A lot of people have asked me about these. They're very similar to the Mighty scrubbing pad. They're available at Endcap Store. They do not have the Mighty logo on them. They're called microfiber thins. This is a 20-inch pad. In a previous video, I showed how much soil it picks up. You could see the dark ring. I'm never really able to show that on the Mighty style pad. And this particular pad has almost like a flower or a propeller type stitching. I can't remember if the Mighty has a pentagon or triangles, but I'm wondering if maybe this particular style stitching helps with picking up soil. They definitely work great. And you can see the carpets are not in that bad a shape. Like I said, I did this last year, and I just can't believe how well it's been maintained. They still have the two older boys, the two husky dogs, and it maintained very well. So she is now on an annual maintenance program, which means I'll do this particular job today, and then I'll forward it 1 year on my calendar from today's date. I use Google Calendar, so I'll move it forward 1 year, and I will put an asterisk next to the beginning of her name so that when next year April comes, I scan through all my appointments that are current clients or existing clients that have rebooked. I could tell by the asterisk. And the first couple days of the month, I contact all of my pre-booked appointments to make sure the date and schedule and timing still works for them. If they have doctor's appointments or whatnot that we didn't know about last year, I can easily move them into a more appropriate time zone or day. So that's a tip for you. When you do a customer who owns a home and is not a move out, if they're happy with your work, make sure you go ahead and put them on your calendar a year from today, or if it's really, really bad, 6 months from today. Totally up to you, but this way you can keep your clients. They don't have to worry about looking for information of who they used. And again, there's no pressure to them. I let them know if something comes up, that's fine. I just would like to reserve my good clients time on my schedule. So anyway, that microfiber thin is doing the work, and like I said, it does absorb a lot. There will be no reason for me to come back through with a cotton pad. I'm basically pre-spraying with the Green Dragon and then going through and scrubbing and absorbing at the same time. You can see it pulled up a little bit of something lint or whatever was down there. I'll probably pick that up or just move it into the bathroom by letting the orbital push it that direction. I got my, there's the spot from the planter. We'll see that as I go. That comes right out. All right. And here we go. Just adjusting my cord. I left this at real time so you can watch. Obviously I'm doing this with one hand. Very easy. No pull, no strain, no fighting. And if you're doing bigger locations, you can just go up and down like you're mowing the lawn. Very simple. I usually go through a room once I pre-spray it, get all the high traffic areas first and get to the back side of the room, and then I come back, working my way back out the door, hitting all the areas that need to be cleaned, which is all of the carpeted area actually that I can get to. My clients moved out what they wanted moved out before I got here, so I don't have to move any furniture. I can just pre-spray and take care of it after the vacuuming's done. I will make a note here in regards to Berber carpet. Sometimes I don't mention it, and sometimes if the carpet is Berber and it's real heavily soiled, I will use a little more pre-spray, but I use multiple pads and I will employ cotton pads at that time. The thing about Berber is you never want to over wet it. So, because no matter what, if a previous cleaner or if they use spotting agents or the homeowner used Resolve or Folex, if you over wet Berber, it is almost water resistant. It can actually hold water in the pockets of the Berber. After you leave and it's evaporating, it dries upward. If there was any solution that was left over from whatever they used or previous cleaning, you can get browning or what they call wickback. Easily remedied usually with spraying a little white distilled vinegar, or if you use citric acid like me. Pretty simple. But you can avoid that whole conflict and look like a hero if you just mist the room, pad over it. If it doesn't look clean to your expectations, mist it again, use a fresh dry pad and go over it again. This way, the carpet, when I finish this room, will almost be dry to the touch, so there is zero chance of wickback or residue. And the Green Dragon product is a type of encapsulant product. It dries down to a powder, and anything that's left over is going to be vacuumed up. So nothing to worry about as far as residue goes. Here I am out at the entry, and I've already cleaned the majority of the carpets. I've been visiting with my client from time to time throughout this job, so didn't get a chance to film it all. You could see I have some Magic Bullet mixed up. I sprayed that on the planter area that the soil got liquefied and they overwet the plant and it bled onto the carpet. Magic bullet took it right out. And excuse me, I am still using a fresh micro-thin pad, just going over some of these traffic high areas. There's where the plant was, completely gone. I'll go back over that, and then once I get it all done, I will start methodically going up and back, work my way over all the areas out the door, and leave the carpets looking clean and fresh and beautiful. The Orbot Vibe is a wheels down machine. That's why you can see the wheels moving. When you see me use my rotary, it's usually the swirly. It has big wheels, but they end up being, maybe a half inch above the carpet, so they do not contact the carpet. It's more of a swing machine, so the other machine goes from side to side. You just lift and lower the handle. Very simple to operate. This one here is wheels down, 1.5 horsepower motor. Does a fantastic job. Probably one of the easiest machines to operate I've ever laid my hands on. I can do it with one hand, which I was doing in the last room. And then my wife's finished vacuuming, so she's got the camera and she's doing a little filming here. So this Berber carpet is now on my schedule every year. Customer was happy, I'm happy, and I will be maintaining it with the Green Dragon. And like I said, depending on, if you get really good, outstanding results on a job and you have the opportunity to be recalled out, it's nice to be able to look back on your calendar. If you put some post notes on there when you were done, which I always do, down in the description portion on Google Calendar when I book the appointment, I'll make some post notes so that I can refer back to it in case there was any problems. And like I said, the post notes indicated that I used Green Dragon. Customer was completely happy. That's why they rebooked. Now they're on my annual maintenance program. I didn't have to wonder what I used, although awesome end cap, simple end cap, any end cap product's probably going to be fine. But it takes the mystery out knowing what you used last time and it worked so well. I'll just continue to repeat the process. This customer has referred me to many people in the neighborhood, which is fantastic. So do the right thing, use the right equipment, use the right products and pads, and get a customer for life. That is how you build a business that you can sustain. And there you go. There's my Hoover Hush Tone, incredible commercial vacuum. There's the Green Dragon. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna have some lunch and then I'm gonna head to my last and final job. It's a small one, so I'll take my wife with me on that one and then we're heading home. I appreciate you watching.